Hello, friend. Today, we're going to delve into a fascinating topic, the deeper dimensions of wisdom, beyond mere knowledge. We'll explore how true insight extends far beyond the accumulation of facts, and how a particular kind of awareness can profoundly shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. To truly grasp this concept, let's begin with a compelling story about a revered teacher and his diverse group of students. There once lived a wise scholar, Professor Hussein, whose lectures attracted many eager minds. Some of his students had been with him for countless years, dedicating much of their lives to their studies under his guidance. Among them, however, was a young man named Syed Ali, who, despite his relatively short time studying with Professor Hussein, seemed to hold a special place in the teacher's esteem. This puzzled many of the older students like Sami and Nader, who, having devoted significantly more time and effort, felt overlooked. They often wondered why Syed Ali was shown such profound respect, especially given his youth and newer presence in the class. One day, some of these students, including Sami and Nader, approached Professor Hussein, politely asking why he seemed to hold Syed Ali in higher regard. Professor Hussein listened patiently and then responded, "While it's true that Syed Ali has been with me for a shorter period, he possesses something invaluable that many of you, despite your extensive studies, have yet to fully cultivate. This quality makes him truly exceptional." A few days later, Professor Hussein decided to illustrate his point with a practical lesson. He instructed each student to take a live chicken and slaughter it in a place where absolutely no one could witness their action. The students, including Sami and Nader, eagerly set about their task. They quickly found secluded spots, carried out the instruction, and returned to the classroom, presenting their slaughtered chickens, their heads removed as proof. However, Syed Ali was late. When he finally arrived, he walked in, not with a slaughtered chicken, but with his chicken still alive, calmly cradled in his arms. His classmates, Sami and Nader among them, couldn't help but chuckle and whisper with amusement at his apparent failure. Professor Hussein, however, turned to Syed Ali with a gentle expression and asked, "My dear Syed Ali, why did you not slaughter your chicken as instructed? Did you not find a place where no one could see you?" Syed Ali looked up, his eyes thoughtful, and replied, "Professor Hussein, I searched and searched, in every nook and cranny, in every hidden corner, but no matter where I looked, I found no place where God would not see me. I simply could not bring myself to commit such an act when I knew I was under his constant observation." Upon hearing this, Professor Hussein smiled warmly. He then turned to the other students and declared, "This, my students, is precisely why I hold Syed Ali in such high esteem. He possesses a profound knowledge and awareness of the divine that none of you have yet attained. It is this inner understanding that truly elevates one's wisdom." Now that we have a feel for the topic through that story, let's break down the principles behind it. The narrative of Syed Ali and Professor Hussein beautifully illustrates several crucial dimensions of true wisdom and character. First, let's consider the nature of true wisdom. Our society often equates wisdom with accumulated knowledge or academic achievement. We admire people who can recall many facts, solve complex equations, or write elaborate treatises. While these are certainly valuable skills, Professor Hussein's lesson teaches us that true wisdom goes beyond mere factual recall or intellectual prowess. It's about insight, understanding the deeper implications of knowledge and applying it with a profound sense of purpose and sincerity. Syed Ali didn't necessarily have more academic knowledge than his peers, but he possessed a deeper understanding of a fundamental truth that guided his actions. God consciousness, often referred to as Taqwa. This isn't just about religious rituals or outward displays of piety. It's an internal state of being acutely aware of the divine presence in every moment, in every action, whether public or private. It means recognizing that God sees and knows everything we do, say, and even think. For Syed Ali, this wasn't an abstract concept. It was a living reality that prevented him from fulfilling an instruction that, on the surface, seemed simple. He couldn't find a place to hide from the all-seeing, all-knowing, and therefore he couldn't act as if he were unseen. Third, the story highlights the omnipresence of the divine. This is a core theological principle. It doesn't mean God is physically in every location like an object. Instead, it signifies that God's knowledge, power, and perception encompass everything, everywhere, at all times. There is no corner of existence, no thought, no intention that is outside of the divine awareness. For Sayyid Ali, this omnipresence was not a philosophical idea, but a compelling truth that made the hidden place impossible to find. Imagine a brilliant, all-encompassing light that illuminates every single atom of the universe, leaving no shadow, no secret. This analogy, though imperfect, helps us conceptualize a sliver of God's all-encompassing presence and knowledge. Fourth, the narrative distinguishes between inner sincerity and external compliance. The other students, like Sami and Nader, complied with the instruction. They found a secluded spot, slaughtered the chicken, and returned, having fulfilled the external requirement. Their actions were driven by the need to follow the teacher's orders and perhaps to avoid being seen by human eyes. Sayyid Ali, on the other hand, acted from an internal conviction, driven by a profound sincerity rooted in his awareness of the divine. His choice demonstrated that genuine virtue stems from an inner truth and a desire to please the divine, rather than from a fear of human judgment or a quest for superficial approval. It's the difference between doing something because you have to and doing it because you believe in it deeply. Finally, the story underscores the value of profound insight. Professor Hussein recognized that Sayyid Ali's action, while seemingly a failure to comply, revealed a deeper, more valuable form of understanding. He valued this profound insight more than the rote, unquestioning obedience of the other students. In many aspects of life, we are taught to follow rules and conform, but this story encourages us to seek deeper truths and cultivate an inner moral compass guided by a higher awareness. In summary, Sayyid Ali's simple yet profound act taught everyone that true wisdom isn't just about what we know, but about how deeply we understand and internalize fundamental truths, especially the omnipresence of the divine. His unwavering God consciousness transformed a seemingly straightforward task into a powerful lesson, demonstrating that cultivating this inner awareness is what truly shapes our actions, defines our character, and ultimately leads to genuine, lasting wisdom.